Welcome back, everyone. We are live. Just want to do a quick sound check. And then live in a few videos now. Just going to make sure that audio is in fact calibrating. And I think we might be lagging a bit. Oh no, I think it might be correcting itself. Alrighty, alrighty. Let me know if there are any issues. Definitely let me know. But we should be good for now. Okay, we should be welcome aboard. Alrighty, welcome to Sunday night, late evening. Probably gonna be Monday by the time you get to this live. But I will kick off the chat here. And if you are tuning in, tell us state location wherever you're tuning in from in the chat section or in the comment section down below if you're watching the replay. All right, we actually have quite a bit of heads hopping on here. Okay, more people than expected. This is quite good for a late Sunday evening. Welcome, welcome everyone. All righty, overwhelming support there. Okay, so we have breaking news, guys. There is internal dialogue now within the Democratic Party. And whether you're looking at Congress people or whether you're looking at the Senate or even probably Biden's own cabinet, you're seeing this internal dialogue, these whispers now, pushback basically on the Biden administration from all angles, whether it's from moderates, whether it's from progressives. I think what you're seeing is these Democrats are just not happy with the job President Biden is doing. Biden has definitely accomplished some things, but he has not accomplished a lot. And a lot what he promised on the campaign trail, he hasn't even thought about. He's pretty much shied away from it. So you're seeing this pushback now, this fire between the Democratic Party, specifically with the more progressive left wing, the more far left wing. You're seeing it. And now you have this very prominent Congresswoman saying that she may not even support President Biden come 2024. And she hasn't given a definite yes. So we're going to be talking about the news and what is exactly going on here. What are we hearing? What are the reports that are coming out? We'll tell you guys everything you need to know in tonight's live. But before we do, of course, make sure you guys give this live a tremendous thumbs up. Smash the like button, whether you're watching the replay or the live version right now. And hello, hello. Yes, Jerry. It's definitely possible. We're going to see what happens. We're definitely going to report what we know so far. Obviously, it's still early because the midterms have not even taken place yet, but there's certainly speculation and a lot of talk. So we'll be talking about it in today's video. If you haven't already, make sure you are subscribed, click that big red button, and have notifications turned on. Turn on that bell. Once we hit 20,000 subscribers, we will do another cash giveaway, and that will be for you guys because you have to be subscribed to be entered in that giveaway. So let's get started and get right down to it. First, we'll start with the AOC news of the day. AOC appeared on CNN, and CNN did not take too kind to what AOC was implying here because they did even push back on her. I wanted to clarify exactly what she was saying. I guess they couldn't believe it. Basically, AOC, she appeared with Dana Bash, and she refused to say whether she would back President Biden with his 2024 reelection bid. She was asked on CNN's State of the Union if she will support President Biden come 2024, but she dodged the question, saying that Democrats have to get to the fall's midterm elections first. That's fair enough, right? That's a fair statement. However, they push back even more so, and it doesn't sound too good when it comes to getting AOC support for President Biden. She said, first of all, I'm focused on winning this majority right now and preserving a majority this year in 2022. So we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But I think if the president has a vision, then that's something certainly we are all willing to entertain and examine when the time comes. And Dana Bash even pushed back, saying and pointed out, quote, that's not a yes. And then Ocasio-Cortez replied, yes, I think we should endorse when we get to it, but I believe that the president has been doing a very good job so far. And should he run again, I think that we will need to take a look at it. And she has warned the president previously in prior months that he does risk losing support of the progressive and younger party voters who called on him to make good on his campaign promises when it came to guns, when it came to wiping out millions of dollars in student debt, and so many different issues. And then Ocasio-Cortez said, quote, well, rather recently in another interview, but this is really about the collapse of support among young people, among Democratic base, feeling like they worked overtime to get this president elected and they aren't necessarily being seen. So what she's saying is, this was a tremendous turnout. It was the largest election for a sitting president in the history of all time in the United States. And frankly, President Biden is just ignoring a lot of the people that got him there to the White House whether it was people of color, young people, millennials, Gen Z. They just are being ignored right now, and their promises that were made to them are not being kept. And this also obviously comes at a point where President Biden's poll numbers are disastrous. They keep getting lower and lower while the gas prices keep getting higher and higher. And the progressive also defended her decision to back Senator Alexandria in her Democratic primary challenge to Representative Sean Patrick Maloney, the chairman of the the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee. She told Bash, quote, "I think we have seen from prior primaries throughout this year that a motivated, young, multiracial, multi-class base is exactly what the Democratic Party needs in order to win in November." So that's basically what AOC said. Then she went on to other issues here. But also you have this internal dialogue, again, within the Democratic Party of whether or not President Biden should even run again, let alone get their support. They just believe he should step down entirely. So let's take a look at exactly what Democrats are saying, what the pundits are saying, and what are we hearing from some early reports. So former Obama advisor David Axelrod on CNN had warned that President Biden's age could be a major issue in the 2024 presidential election. He said, quote, "The presidency is a monstrously taxing job, and the stark reality is the president would be closer to 90 than 80 at the end of a second term. And that would be a major issue. Currently, Biden is 79 years old." He said he looks his age and isn't as agile in front of a camera as he once was, and this has fed a narrative about competence that isn't rooted in reality. Axelrod also claimed that Biden, quote, "doesn't get the credit he deserves for steering the country through the worst of the pandemic, passing historic legislation, pulling the NATO alliance together against Russian aggression, and restoring decency and decorum to the White House." Biden has reportedly already told political allies, including former President Obama, that he does intend to run for office again in 2024. And if you recall, there was an interview, I believe it was late last year, with George Stephanopoulos, and he did say that he would run again, and he believes he's competent and has the ability to do so, and he thinks he's in perfectly good health. Hello, Ryan. Thank you for hopping on, and hello, Jerry. Fantastic. So there's certainly a question of President Biden's age and health, and if there was that question in 2020, certainly there would be that question in 2024. It's going to be an even bigger issue now, especially if President Trump were to announce his reelection bid as well. I'm sure Trump would make a large issue of Biden's age and his competence and his mental cognitive ability, especially in the debates. If we were to get a rematch, a rerun of those debates again, Biden would be 81 in November 2024. He has faced months of low approval ratings, reached an all-time low of 58% disapproval in a poll last week. Democratic strategist Jim Manley has said, quote, I fully expect for him to run again. But he said, I wouldn't be surprised if there aren't a bunch of Democrats and their staffers watching very carefully as the weeks and months go by. So certainly sowing some doubt there on Biden's ability and competence as he does get older and older. Now, if Biden does not run, of course, you have Vice President Kamala Harris. She's obviously at the top of the list of potential contenders. And you also have other previous presidential candidates, including Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg, who is currently in the cabinet. You have progressive senators Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders. They all may enter the race. We could see them hop in there and challenge whether it's, well, I would imagine if Kamala Harris, let's say President Biden steps down and it becomes Harris now, I don't know that Buttigieg and Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren would then challenge Harris. I would imagine that Harris is pretty progressive compared to someone like Joe Manchin or Kirsten Sinema. And so I don't know that you would have Sanders or Warren, certainly not Buttigieg because he's in the cabinet, but certainly Sanders and Elizabeth Warren. I don't think they would then challenge Kamala Harris. So obviously it's all speculation right now. We don't know exactly what's being said behind closed doors, but I'm sure they're addressing President Biden's ability and his overall health from a holistic view. I don't think that they're going to think that Biden can do it. And so what you could actually see is Kamala Harris then either assume the presidency or Biden to step down when it comes time to run. I don't know exactly the constitutionality and legality of how it would all work. But, obviously if Kamala were to run, it wouldn't be against her own president. So I would imagine that Biden would have to step down in order for that to take place. So a lot of questions here. Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you so much, Jerry. Appreciate that. Also, I'm sure that President Trump hopes that Biden runs again, and it's not against Harris or a younger, more fresh face in the Democratic Party that could probably keep some more promises. I would imagine Trump is eagerly anticipating Biden to be the candidate here because he can easily point to the economy and inflation and so many different areas where Trump would destroy. So we'll see what happens. More updates are to come. Obviously, we don't want to drag on too long about this. This is all speculation, and it's still pretty early. The midterms haven't even happened yet. So we're also expecting President Trump to potentially make an announcement for his reelection come July 4th. It's possible that on July 4th, President Trump could announce his reelection. So we'll obviously update you guys as soon as that were to take place. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a big thumbs up, smash the like button, and make sure you are subscribed and have notifications turned on. If you want to get some free stocks on me, use the links down below in the description. If you want to connect me on social, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram. Use the links down below in the description of this video. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Take care for now. Thank you so much for joining us.